Hi, welcome to my channel, you guys. My name is Jemimasthinktankinitiative. If you're just seeing me for the first time, I'm a student here at the University of Dundee, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 12 things I wish I knew about the University of Dundee. And before I continue with this video, I wasn't compelled to film this video. I just want to give a very quick disclaimer. This video is not sponsored by the University of Dundee. I'm only sharing my personal experience that I know is going to help a couple of you that will be coming to the University of Dundee for your start course September 2023, or those of you that will be starting in January next year, whenever you'll be starting. Where you find this video, I know it's going to help you, and that's why I'm actually sharing this video. So see you very soon. I will be right back to give you the information. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video before I arrive. All right, welcome back. So the first thing I'm going to be sharing is taxi allowance. Okay, so coming to the University of Dundee, coming to the UK to study as an international student, I wish I knew the University of Dundee is going to refund taxi allowance. I wouldn't have spent so much money commuting from the airport to the University of Dundee. So if you're coming to the University of Dundee, first thing guys, the University of Dundee reimburses students, international students, taxi allowance. So what you spent for the taxi you entered from the airport to the University of Dundee, you're actually going to be refunded. All you just need to do is print out that receipt and keep it, and keep your ears open for information on when they're going to refund that particular money for the taxi allowance. So if you use like 2 different taxis, make sure like you keep the receipts of those movements. Oh, I missed that. Okay, so the second thing I'm going to be sharing is Dundee Starter Pack. So I did not know that if you come to University of Dundee, like if you're a student of the University of Dundee, you have the privilege of benefiting from the Dundee Starter Pack. So what's the Dundee Starter Pack? So the Dundee Starter Pack is like a charity organization that gives stuff to international students. You could get beds, you could get pillows, you could get cupboard, you could get mop stick, you could get a lot of things. I did a video on settling in the UK. I also showed some of the things that you could get at the Dundee Starter Pack. If you've not watched that video, you could actually check up there. I'm going to link the video there for you, or you could check your screen, you see the video there. So there are a lot of things you could benefit as an international student from the Dundee Starter Pack. You only need to be a student of the University of Dundee, and I think you have to get this link with the DUSA. DUSA is the Dundee University Student Association. Yeah, so you have to show that you're a student, and whoop, you've gotten a lot of things. So settling in will be a little easy because you don't need to buy plates, cups, you don't need to buy all those stuff. I wish I knew. Okay, so the third thing I wish I knew was free things. Like the university have a lot of freebies that they give to new students, like international students, be it undergrad or postgrad. So when I newly came, I did not know, like I kind of did not fully participate in the student week. So there were a lot of free things. They had free SIM cards, they have free meals, like in the morning breakfast, they have free meals. They had this trade fair. I think I attended the trade fair, but there were some things I missed. So they had this trade fair where they share bags, they share water bottle, they share cups, they share a lot of things. They share key holders, they share cups, mugs. There were a lot of things there. And there were a lot of customized things too. You have the hoodie too. I think you had to pay for the hoodie, but there were a lot of free things, you guys. You benefit that from the student week, so make sure you don't miss your student week. Okay, so the fourth thing is priority visa refund. So here in the University of Dundee, if you were applying for your visa and you got cut off time, like you applied late, you could actually apply for the priority visa, and the University of Dundee is going to reimburse you that money. I think I got that, but I think you should know that, so that's why I've added it to my list, you guys. So priority visa refund. So I think it was around £250 then. So the University of Dundee actually paid that into our account, but you have to keep receipts of all this, like keep evidence that you actually made that payment at so time. So keep that. So the University of Dundee is going to give you that, you guys. So they have this pantry at the University of Dundee to support international students. I think it's not just international students, to support students studying here at the University of Dundee. So it's like you could get rice, you could get sugar, you could get butter, milk, just to keep you going for the week. You could get toiletries, you could get hair wash, you could get body spray, gel, toast, cornflakes. You can take like 10 things from the loads of things they have at the pantry. It's done every two weeks. You just have to register for that using your student ID. The email usually comes in every Monday to remind you. Then on Tuesday, that's when the portal is actually open for you to order for free. So another thing I wish I knew about the University of Dundee is discretionary fund. Did I pronounce that well? You see that on your screen. So this fund is what the University of Dundee offers to students that are having issues financially. They support you with, I think, £2,000. You just go to the website, you fill a lot of documents, you bring evidence of your bank statement and a lot of information. And it's not going to be capped as public fund. For international students that's actually scared of public funds, it's not a public fund. It's what the University of Dundee actually gives to support students that are facing hardship. And there are a lot of things too. I think for child support and some other things, the University of Dundee also offers. There are a lot of things that the University of Dundee offers. I wish I knew this. Oh, I would have applied for the discretionary fund, because at a certain time during my studies, I was really facing financial hardship. I needed money at a particular time to settle some of my stuff. I hadn't gotten a job then as a student, because you could work 20 hours a week as a student. I hadn't gotten that job. So there was some financial stuff I was facing. I didn't know that you could actually apply for this discretionary fund. Another thing also the University of Dundee offers is if you're having issues with your academics, you could actually apply for these mitigating circumstances. I didn't know that, though it might seem difficult to get the doctor's report, but these are things that you can do if you actually apply for it early. So mitigating circumstances like, oh, you weren't feeling fine, it needs to be a serious illness, you guys, or somebody in your family died, God forbid, you're facing serious trauma. You could actually apply for this mitigating circumstance, and you're either given an extension, or you could either redo your work and submit, and you're marked as a normal student. So this is another thing the University of Dundee offers. I did not know that is actually an easy step. It's actually an easy step, you guys. Another thing I wish I knew was when you're applying to the University of Dundee, yes, you're supposed to show proof of fund, but if you are applying with an agent, that's a recognized agent with the university, you don't actually need to show this proof of fund, you guys, because the agent is going to do some kind of checks on you and vouch to the university that you can actually pay your tuition fee, you guys. Do you understand? So that was something I wish I knew. So that's something the University of Dundee offers, and it also avoids you from doing that interview stuff. So you're not interviewed when you're applying through an agent. It needs to be a recognized agent from the university. And another thing is, I wish I knew that agent fee is free, you guys. For the University of Dundee, I think for other universities too, agents, you don't pay agents. So please don't pay agents. Utilize the services of the agent and enjoy what the University of Dundee has to offer. Another thing I wish I knew about the University of Dundee is the installment plan, you guys. For international students, is very friendly and okay. So if you're coming in to the University of Dundee, you don't necessarily need to pay 50% deposit. You don't need to pay 70% deposit at once. You can split your tuition fee into 7 installments that you pay starting from November, December, January, February, March, April. For just 7 months, you can make the payment. So the University of Dundee offers this affordable plan for you to pay your tuition fee. Another thing I wish I knew about Dundee, you guys, the weather is not funny. So I knew that the weather is kind of cold here in Dundee, but you guys, they didn't tell us that the weather fluctuates. If that word is actually correct. So what happens is you could either see rain in the next 5 minutes, and in the next 30 minutes it's already sunny. In the next 5 minutes it's already very cold. So the weather is kind of funny. I wish I knew that about Dundee. Another thing I wish I knew about the University of Dundee is the lecturers are friendly, you guys. Like, you can talk to the lecturers, explain your worries. If you have something to contribute towards your studies, speak out, like, air your view, be cool. Not like where I'm coming from. You don't have that rapport with your lecturers. But yeah, you can actually, the lecturers are very friendly, they are very supportive, they are helpful, they give advice. You also have student advisor, you have your course lead, like you're assigned to a particular student advisor here in the University of Dundee. So it's something cool that you have somebody to talk to when you're like struggling with your academics and whatnot, you understand. Another thing I wish I knew about the University of Dundee is, I think this is the last one, is the laptop support. So they actually support you if you don't have a laptop. You don't necessarily need to go and look for how to buy a laptop during your studies. You could actually fill a particular form too, and they're going to support you with a laptop during your study. So when you're done with your studies, you also have to return the laptop. So you also have to return the laptop, you get it. Yep, I think that's all, 12 things. So those are the 12 things I wish I knew about the University of Dundee. So I thought it wise to just share my experience. I know it's going to help a couple of people. And you could also check out my videos to see more things about the University of Dundee. I'm also going to be sharing my experience during my study. Some of you have been requesting, please could you tell me what it looks like in your study? How many terms? What were you doing? Do you have any lab experience? Anticipate that video on this channel. So what you just need to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, is Jemima Echuku, and like this video. Thank you very much. Bye. See you next time in my next video.